What's up, guys? How y'all doing? It's that Saturday morning show. Hasn't been here for a little bit, but it's back. I don't know what's going on YouTube. Do I look blurry to you guys? Because it's showing that it's broadcasting fine on my end, but on the YouTube side, it looks kind of blurry for some reason. It's fine? Okay. I'm going to ignore the YouTube screen then. Alright guys, so this is going to be interesting. I'm going to try to do something that I've not done yet, which is set up the shield from scratch live. So I'm going to need your guys' help in understanding that I need a few rules to make this happen. The first one is hold your questions, because I want somebody that watches this video after to be able to just come in, watch the video, set up the shield, and leave if they want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up regularly just so that it's operating at its best, like all the regular basic setup stuff. Then you guys can ask questions. I'll say ask me questions if you have any. I'll answer those, and then I'll do part two, which is going to be, setting it up with all the extra apps that we like. So then those people that watch later can either say, okay, I'm done, I don't care about these extra apps, or they can watch that and set it up also. So I'm going to get it started. I literally just reset it. So it's completely factory, like it came out of the box, basically. The one thing that I'm going to do, if I can find it, is plug my Samsung T3. This is an old one. They sell T5s now. I'm going to plug my Samsung T3 into the shield in the back of it and see if I can get that formatted to work with the shield also, because this one gave me a problem the last time I had it on here when I was trying to show people a Puffin browser. I removed this and then everything worked. So I don't know if this old drive is just shot or if somehow it got a little corrupt on the shield. We're going to find out. If it's corrupt, I'll pull it out and we'll be done. We'll just continue without it. But I'd like to show people how to set it up. So I'm going to plug this into the back of the shield. Alright. So prerequisites, you open your shield. I would hope that you have a remote, right? That should come with it. And a controller. If you got the gaming edition, you would have these two items. I also have a Re i8, which I plug into the shield because I like typing. It's faster. This also would not pair with my shield since it isn't brand new. So I'm going to see with the reset if this will now pair again. I have fresh batteries in it, so we'll see what happens. If it doesn't pair, I'll be using the gaming controller for the setup and using my Re remote to type. If it does pair, I'll use all three. Alright, let's get started. I'm going to switch it over. It should hopefully have by now been reset. It is. Alright. So this is the screen you get when you start the shield, right? And my remote is not working. I'm clicking up and down, it doesn't work. But let's try the controller. Yep, works fine. So I don't know what's up with my remote. My remote is dead. I'll have to get a new one. I'll just order one eventually. So we're going to choose a language. Mine is English. Set up with your TV or with an Android phone or tablet, right? So I normally just say, so you can easily transfer account, right? So I have my phone. If you have an Android phone, you can use it. Or you can do skip and type in your username and all that stuff. I'm going to try doing it with my Android phone, right? And I've actually never done this. I've always typed it in. But I'm going to try. So I'm going to open the app labeled Google on my phone. And let's see what happens. Google. Next, let's see. In the search box, type set up my device or just say, okay, Google, set up my device. Set up my device. So I'm typing this on my phone. says getting started. Searching for devices, and it's telling me on the screen to do Shield 380, right? So it's trying to find it. It's asking me to verify that the code is correct. They are correct. I'm going to say next. Device connected. Continue setup on your other device. So it's still asking me to go through the phone, choose an account that I want to use. Now it says it's copying my Google account and data. Now it says use your Android phone or tablet as a remote for your Android TV. I can install that. So I'm installing that app. And it says open the app. Welcome to the Android TV remote. Continue. So it's actually so now it's saying start using TV remote. Alright, so we're in, right? I now have the Android remote on my phone, which is cool since my actual remote is broken. But I'm going to use the controller anyway. So Google has terms of service. Accept. Do I want to let it use my location? I don't care. Help improve the Android performance. This is entirely up to you guys. Crash reports, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. That's fine. Doesn't bother me any. So choose a name for your Shield Android TV. So I'm going to enter a custom name. And I'm going to say Studio Shield. Reason being, I have more than one. So now Nvidia, do I agree to their terms? Of course I do. I can't use the device if I don't. Welcome to the Nvidia Shield Rewards program. So I'll just say use my Google account, enter my year of birth. I'm old, guys. So there we go. And now I have the choice to add my favorite apps. So if you have any of these services, go ahead and add them. All right. I have HBO from my from Fios, so I can click that one. I have ESPN Plus. I have Showtime from my provider account. And you see it says requires subscription for this one. This one says requires TV provider account. So choose the right one. And I have Steam and I have a GeForce GTX PC. And I like Twitch. So I believe that's all I really want to put on here. But if you have Hulu or YouTube TV, PlayStation View, whatever you have, you can put it. So that's it. I'm going to use these 5. You don't have to use any if you don't want to. Then you say continue, 5 apps selected. It's showing me how to use my remote that will not even pair. And it's showing me how to use my controller. I'm going to just say get started. Welcome to Android TV. And it tells you how your home is your guide to your entertainment. It has channels. So it's kind of, if you've never done this, read it. It basically explains what the home screen is all about. I'll show you guys when we get into the home screen. You can use Google Assistant. Say it to play it. Ask it whatever you want. All kinds of Google Play stuff, trying to get you to get movies and shows from in there. And Chromecast is built in. I'm done. Adding finishing touches. Gonna prepare my home screen. Now you see it says unsupported Samsung USB drive. That's because I plugged my Samsung T3 in. So that's a number 1 on top. That's the first. When you see notifications, you always want to check on them. It's the first thing you're gonna do. This device doesn't support the Samsung USB drives. Select to set it up in a supported format. So I'm clicking it. I'm going to set it up as device storage because it's a solid state drive. If you have a regular hard drive, I would say removable storage. But solid state drives are fast. It's not going to create a problem for speed on the device. So I'm going to set it up as device storage. Format as device storage. And let's hope it works out well. Move data to complete setup. I'm going to say move now because there's not a lot of data on the Shield since it's brand new. Won't take long. Now, what I've effectively done is added, when you look at storage and reset, there's 12 gigs on the Shield, right? It's really 16, but 4 is used by the OS. And I now have 246 gigs in my Samsung USB drive to use. It's a 256 gig drive. So those are all internal. So this counts just the same as this 12. All right. What to do from here? I'll show you guys the home screen real quick. Your apps are listed up here. These are they're technically considered like favorites. If you click on the left, it opens up all the apps. So this is what you have in here by default. It's the 5 I added, like HBO Go, Showtime Anytime, Twitch, ESPN. It's very, very bare without it. You have Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Prime Music. If you want to get more apps, you can either go to the Google Play Store or you can click Get More Apps on the top. If you want to get games, you can go to Get More Games at the top. Very easy. If you open up Nvidia games, it even shows you games designed for the Shield. There's free games, paid games, game services, all kinds of stuff inside here. So you can easily get those things set up. And this Steam thing will allow you to stream games if you have a PC right to your Shield. So you can plug your Shield in on your big screen TV, start your game up on your PC, and actually stream it and play it on your big screen TV using the Shield controller. So that's basically that. Then Nvidia gives you a featured Nvidia games thing. So they're showing you games here. And you see on the bottom it says GeForce Now. That's a subscription service to them. I believe it's $8 a month. But this one doesn't say GeForce Now, so it says for purchase, right? And you have the rest are GeForce Now. So you can check that out in featured section. If you go to the left, you can change what's up here. You can remove this or move it down or up. Here's YouTube, trending videos, Prime Video. If you have a Amazon Prime account, it shows you videos there. These are featured by Google Play Movies and TV. So these are like you can buy these movies, or I believe you can rent as well. And then Google Play Recommended. This is Play Music. And you can customize the channels on the bottom, add and remove channels from your home screen. So if you click that, I can say, I don't care, I don't want to watch Google Play Movies and TV. So I'm going to turn that off. It just went away in the background. Google Play Music, that's cool, but I don't really play music through my Shield. If you do, leave it on. If you have a Google Play Music subscription, if you don't, turn it off. Nvidia Games. I don't really want to see a featured list on my home screen, but you can add all these. You can make a bunch of them if you want. Prime Video. I have Prime Video, so I'll leave it. YouTube has 2 channels. What are they? Trending and recommended. You can add the recommended one if you want, take it away, or you can take away trending too. I don't really care. I want it gone myself, so that's fine. So now, I'd say I'm pretty much done with my initial setup. And the only thing that's there now is apps and Prime Video. That works for me. I'm fine. I'm going to add some more apps. Alright. You can go to, when you go down here to customize channels, you will see sometimes, let's see, you can do Play Next. Play Next is kind of cool, right? Once you watch something on any of these things, it will give you a Play Next option on your home screen over here. It's actually on, but I haven't watched anything. That'll go right under apps. And like, let's say I watch Sneaky Pete season 3 episode 1. On Play Next, it'll show me season 3 episode 2. I can just move over, click it, and it'll take me right into Prime Video and start playing it. So that's kind of cool. Besides that, right, you can customize these channels however you want. Let's just say you decide I want YouTube recommendeds back. I'm going to put it back in. All right? Or instead of recommended, I just want trending. I'll put it back in. And that's pretty much it. That's all I want. But I just show you how to put them back in. It's that easy. And then if you want to move them up and down, you just click it, move it down, move it up, click again, and you're done. So you have to click left, press down, and you can move it up and down however you want. Pretty simple. Now, what if you don't want some of these apps, right? Up here. What if you don't care about them at all? So, Amazon Music. I don't use that. I'm going to hold down if you're on the remote, you're going to hold down the center button, the big one. On the controller, I hold down the A button, and I just click remove from favorites. I don't use Vudu either. Remove from favorites. I'm not going to buy anything from Google Play Movies and TV. Remove from favorites. I do have Prime Video. I do like YouTube. I have Netflix, Nvidia Games. I don't need it on favorites. I don't use it that much. Boom. I just like streaming. So there we go. Done. Now what if I want to add something? You just go to the plus. It opens up all your apps. I want to put HBO Go there. Done. Hit the plus again. I want to put Plex there. I use Plex. Done. Hit the plus again. Showtime anytime. Done. And that's all I'm probably going to add for now. And then you can say, I want to rearrange these things. Like, I don't use YouTube all that much on my Shield personally. I'm going to move that to the end. I use Netflix a lot. Probably Plex next out of these apps. And then, or maybe I'll just go with the actual paid services of like streaming stuff first, right? It's all about however you want to set it up. It's fine. I'm just showing you how to do it. Just hold your button down, click move, and put it wherever you want. So I'll leave it like this for now. Your Shield is pretty well set up. You're just going to go up to the settings now. And you're going to go to check out all of these options. But the first thing you're going to do is click on About. You're going to go down to the Build and keep clicking on it until it says you are now a developer. You're going to click back. You're going to scroll down to Developer Options. Click on it. You won't see that until you click on the build. And there's a lot of stuff in here that you can do. You can make it stay awake right here if you don't want it to ever go to sleep. I don't really care about that. However, there are very good things in here. You can keep the Shield remote awake during video playback, but it tells you it reduces battery life. I don't do that. Right here though, your window animation scale, 0.5. Transition animation scale, 0.5. Animator duration scale, 0.5. And what that does is it makes going through all these menus, like this, like this, like this, like this, quicker. Everything seems snappier. The Shield can handle that. So it's good. Just feels a little quicker that way. The other thing I like to do is turn on colorimetry, alright? It's basically, you have to restart the Shield after changing the setting. I'll restart it later, but just flip it on. Anytime you restart it, it'll stay. What this does is it allows the Shield to determine the best color settings, HDR, no HDR, all on its own, and switch back and forth. So it's kind of nice. It works well. I haven't had any issues with it, so I use that. Last thing in here is background process limit. I like to set this to at most 4 processes. This one though, when you restart the shield, sometimes resets itself, sometimes it stays. It's weird. I've had it stay through like a reboot, and I've had it leave through a reboot. I'd say it leaves more often than it stays. But if your shield is ever like on and you just put it to sleep over and over and over again for a long time without rebooting it, and it starts to lag, you may notice that there is more, a lot of background processes open. The standard limit kind of just lets it work. The reason you would pick you wouldn't pick none is because let's say you have a VPN or something like that, right? And you turn it on, and then you go to another app, it's going to kill your VPN because the VPN is in the background. So you need to have a few. The shield can handle 4, no problem. It works good. I've never ran into an issue. And other than that, you also have an option here. Whoops, sorry, I moved the wrong one. Wanted to move myself. To provide full system upgrades. Okay, what that means is every single time you get an update, it will actually wipe out everything and put it in. I don't do this. I don't have a problem with it. However, if your shield, sometimes in the past there's been shield updates that people said it's made the shield act wonky. You can try to do this if your shield always acts wonky with updates. I actually never really have a problem, but some people have. So that's it for me on this developer options, right? Other than that, you have other options here to check out. You can add accessories, shield accessories. I'm going to try one more time. My shield controller is there. Let's try to pair an accessory. I'm going to try holding my button down for this remote and see if it will pair. It did! It worked! Oh! It took the shield resetting and it worked. Why is my battery half dead? I don't know, because these batteries are brand new. But I will take it. My shield remote is working again. Yes! Alright. I'm going to start using it now to continue this a little quicker. Alright, so that is, you can add other accessories that are not shield through Bluetooth by clicking here. I don't need to do that with my Re because my Re is actually plugged right into the shield, so it's fine. What else? You have home screen options, okay, where you can go to customize channels, enable video previews, enable audio previews. That's on the home screen. So like when you go over, you know, maybe a movie or a show, it might preview it for you. If you don't want that, you can do that. You can reorder apps, reorder games, and that's pretty much it. And customize your channels from here as well. What else? Date and time preferences. I use the network provided one because I'm connected. It already knows my time here. You can tell it to use 24-hour format if you want. I'm not. And you can do screensaver options. So you can tell it when to start after how long of an activity, when to put the device to sleep automatically. If you're listening to music, stay awake, which it's already set to on. What else? Storage and reset. I already showed you guys that. You can mount a network storage device on the Shield if you have like a NAS drive, and then you're able to play videos off that. You can transfer files to a computer using USB if you want. There's a lot of options here, and then this would be where you'd factory reset if you're having problems. Your apps. This will show you permissions, which apps you've downloaded, which apps are system apps. Now let's say you really don't care for an app that's a system app, all right? And it starts up. These apps start up automatically. Don't kill things that are from Google, only because you could create problems, all right? Don't kill things from Nvidia. See, Netflix is a system app. I'm going to choose Voodoo because I don't use Voodoo probably. Or how about Prime Music, right? Wasn't that on there, or was that just called Amazon Music? Let's do that one. I will never use that. Oh, there's a lot of comms. Hang on. There it is. I can hold my button down on this, Well, I don't have to hold it. Actually, just click it from here. All right. You can click force stop and disable. That app is disabled now. It won't restart when your device restarts. So it's not using any stuff. So you can do that for any app you want that's pre-installed. Just don't do it for things like Android System, obviously. Don't turn off your Android TV Home or course. Like, don't just do it for apps that show up in your app drawer that you don't care for, if there are any. So that will disable it. And now that it's disabled, if I go into my apps, do you see Amazon Music? It's not there anymore. Simple as that. It won't let you get rid of it just because of the fact that it was pre-installed. But there's very few of those, so you're good. Besides that, you have system. The LED brightness is basically just a little green LED on the front of the shield. You can change it to whatever you want. I leave it on high, it doesn't bother me. But if it bothers you in the dark, you can turn it off, make it lower. Processor mode, max performance is by default. I'd leave that alone. USB mode, I'd leave on auto. That decides what happens when you plug things in. It'll figure it out on its own. And Nvidia Share, okay? This is kind of important. I'm going to click on that to turn it on under system. And customizing quick settings. I'll show you guys quick settings soon too. Alright. Display and sound. Your resolution is whatever's recommended by default. I'm connected to my computer through a 1080p capture card, so it won't give me a 4K option, but the Shield can certainly do 4K. But it's decided that between the refresh rate of my monitor and capture card, etc., this is recommended. I leave that alone. Power control. This is interesting. All right, when you're connected to a TV, a lot of people have these problems. I'm going to move myself over here. They say, my TV's turning on by itself, my Shield is turning on by itself. It's because of this section. All right. You see, when Shield wakes, turn on TV. Set TV input to Shield. So if the Shield wakes, it'll change the input of your TV to the Shield input if you were on something else. Turn off the TV when the Shield sleeps. These are very convenient things if the Shield is your primary device that is running everything for you. All right. If it's not, then if it's not, then it doesn't matter. So you can turn all these off if you don't want your Shield to control anything, or if you don't want your TV to wake the Shield. You can turn off and on some of them, turn them off, but this is where you go if you have trouble with your Shield waking up by itself or your TV turning on by itself, all that stuff like that. All right? This is what you're going to mess with, your power control. You can also set up IR for TV or set up IR for receiver soundbar. What this does when you do this is you can search for a soundbar, try to find one. It will let you turn it on and off with the Shield as well. Same thing with the TV. It'll search for your brand. It can use IR to do that. So that's display and sound. That's pretty much everything in there. Oh, volume control. I didn't mess with that. So when it comes to volume control, you have options for CEC also, and how much to adjust volume if you're using your voice, or set up IR again. All right. If you turn on CEC, that allows you to change the volume with like maybe your TV remote, if your TV remote can control the Shield. When adjusting volume with voice, you can use increments. If you want a small increment, if you want to just say it once and make it super loud or super low, you could do 10, 5, 2, 1. So I'll leave that alone. You can mess with that if you want. And then you have system sounds. That's just the sounds of the Shield. Why it's not, hang on. And you have advanced settings. Advanced settings are actually important. Dynamic range, auto recommended, leave it alone. HDMI settings. It tells you your current one, set to recommended. You can check it out. Audio video sync. All right. So if you're using a receiver or something like that, you can use this to make sure that the sound that's playing is even with the sound coming out of your sound bar or anything else like that. I leave this alone. It works fine for me on all sound bars I've used so far, plus my regular TV speakers. But this is where you'd go if you're having audio issues on everything in the Shield. You can adjust the slider to do that. USB audio mode. You can do high quality stereo, surround sound 5.1. So it says select the mode best suited for your audio devices. Use stereo if the audio skips or sounds distorted. Use surround sound 5.1 if your USB audio device has 5.1 decode capability. You must restart Shield after changing this setting. Here I am connected to my computer. I only have 2 speakers, so high quality stereo is fine. Upstairs in my living room, I have a 5.1 surround sound device. I generally set it to 5.1. There are times where putting it back to stereo works better. It's just what it is. Audio is tricky. Surround sound also on auto. All right. It reads whatever's playing. It will put it out there if it has it. It won't if it doesn't. So if a TV can't do its own settings, you can try this to adjust for overscan. Most TVs today do it. You don't got to worry about it. So stereo upmix. Upmix stereo streams to 5.1 PCM. You're asking the Shield to change a stereo system, a stereo audio input signal into a 5.1 input signal if you do this. You can try it. I find that it works a lot of times if you're connected with the, what is it called? With the infrared cable. What is, well, I'm drawing a blank right now. I use them on everything. The little sound cable with the funky port. I don't know why I can't remember what it's called right now. But it's the little fiber optic cable. I don't know. I'm getting old. My brain is drawing a blank. I've said that word. There you go, Carl. Optical cable. This kind of works pretty good if you connect your sound card with optical SPDIF cable. Thank you, guys. So I find that if you connect that to a 5.1 soundbar, like let's say you connect your Shield to your TV with HDMI, and then you go out from your TV to a soundbar with an optical cable, that works pretty well. Otherwise, I wouldn't use it. Fixed volume. This is also important. So this is passing the audio control to external devices. Let me blow myself up for a second. On the Shield remote, you have this slider right here. You can slide your finger up to turn the Shield volume up, slide it down to turn the Shield volume down. But if you change this, what happens now, and a lot of people don't like this slider, right, because it's too sensitive or they hit it by accident. When you change that setting, this slider no longer works, and your TV remote controls all the volume, or your remote for your sound bar or whatever you want. So that's another important thing where people find annoyances sometimes with using the volume from here. I don't want this because, well, I could use it, but you see I turned it off, and you see the media on the top there. It's scrolling up and down as I slide my finger on this. So that's what that does. Since I'm connected to my computer, I like to be able to mess with this. I also like to be able to verify that it's muted when I play things I shouldn't play sometimes on YouTube. So just to, not be too disrespectful in any way. But if you turn this on, I can no longer slide my finger and move this. So that's what that's for. So play comfort noise on HDMI. It's basically an inaudible little noise on HDMI if there's no audio. It's like a white noise to make you not hear anything. So I leave that on. It's always on. It's fine. Doesn't hurt anything. That's it, guys. That is your advanced settings under display and sound. That's done. Last thing you have is network. This is only useful if you're connecting to a network and you want to see like link speed. I'm connected via Ethernet port. You can check your IP settings, things like that. Scanning always available. Allow low power channels on Wi-Fi. So you don't really need to do anything with this. If you hit this button up top, it'll make me connect via Wi-Fi, but I'm on Ethernet. This is just good for checking stuff out. Now here's your quick settings. This is the one other thing that's cool. By default, you have sleep now and restart. Those are very important ones. They're always at the top, your quick settings. All right. If you go to system, you can customize these. You can power the shield completely off. You can have the option to check for an upgrade, to get into your shield accessories quickly, to check your Ethernet, keyboard. Keyboard is kind of cool because you can open the keyboard, send feedback to Nvidia. I usually leave sleep now, restart, power off, shield accessories, and keyboard up here. And I'll show you what those do. If I click keyboard, right, you can see your current keyboard, manage keyboards, physical keyboards, Gboard. All right. And it'll take you into the settings of the keyboard. So then physical keyboards, mini keyboard, you can change languages if you need to. It's not really necessary. You can manage your keyboards. All right, so Gboard English. But if you wanted to, it's a quick way to change things. Current keyboard. So I'm on the lean back keyboard, but you could change it to Gboard. So that's entirely up to you, whatever you want to do. I have people that speak multiple languages in my house. I leave the keyboard. It's cool. It's not necessary though. But now when you click settings, you can do any of these. So if you go to shield accessories, it shows you what's there. You can quickly pair another one. All right. And that's really it. So as of right now, we're at basically 37 minutes in this video. I would say your shield is well set up regularly. Get any apps you want. If you want more apps, right, you're going to go in here, get more apps. I'll show that to you guys at this point. So they have featured on the top. You can scroll across those. I also have stars. I'll install stars. All right. Install whatever you guys want here. Okay. You can search for stuff. You can just go through featured. Start streaming. That's the next one. So what else might I have here that I don't have? I don't have any of these ones here, so I'm good. But if you have them, install them. So here's your top paid apps. All right, this is mostly games, but you can buy these and own them. Top free apps. So like I could do Fox Sports, because I do have Fox Sports with my cable company. I could sign in and I could watch that. Oh, now it's installing. That's pretty much that for me. Then you're on movie night, right? So here's Epics. If you have Epics and you know anything, it's basically anything you want. VLC, guys, I always recommend installing VLC. It's so useful for so many things. Any kind of video you want to play, you can play it. You see all my apps, they say update here. So clearly my Google Play Store, you can go into the settings here, auto update apps. It says auto update at any time. Purchase authorization. So for all purchases through Google Play on this device every 30 minutes, I leave it on for all purchases. Just don't want people using your stuff to, and you see here's updates. It just hasn't updated yet, but there's a lot of updates. So let's go ahead and update all. Because these are important things. TV core services, TV home. So since I just reset them, I lost all of these updates that were there, and it goes back to the image that it was reset to. And here you can check out games. These are Google Play Store games. If you go back out of here though, I'll show you guys this while it's working. See how they're grayed out? They're all updating. But if I go, oh, Nvidia Games is updating too. I was going to show you guys Nvidia Games, but it'll still let me in. So I'll show you this because it's a Shield thing and we're setting up the Shield. You have to agree and continue to it. All right. And once you're in here, you have all of these options. Free with Shield, most popular, new releases, my library. So this is games you would have on the Shield. Game stream, that's if you have on your PC. Free to play, fun for kids, play with a remote, action games, multiplayer online, role playing. The Shield, this is like one area where the Shield is so superior to any other Android TV device. All right. You have all these options. You have a game store. You have by genre, type, settings. All right. So if you go in here down to settings, you can log in. All right. So it's telling me where to go. I'm going to go to where it says. Well, I can apparently scan it, but I'm just going to go to where it says. nvda.co/login. Oh, that gave, sorry. Please enter code 821519. Submit. It should let me in. There we go. I am now logged in. All right. So you have options in here. GeForce Now. If you go in, you can test your network, where your service is going to be, what stream quality you want, but you need to have GeForce Now. This is a subscription service. I don't think I still have it, but I could be wrong. Let's see what happens if I try to play one real quick. Showing me Steam games. Hold on. So I don't know. But these are part of the subscription service. Oh, yay. Single player. Yeah, let's check this out. Let's see if it lets me. I might still have the service. I'm not sure. Gonna not make it blast your ears off. Just keep it like in the middle here. It's now checking my connection. It's gonna let me play it, I'm assuming. Ethernet test failed. That's strange. Oh, it let me in anyway. So yeah, see, now you have to join. But that's Steam. Why? I don't know. I haven't messed with this in a while. I'm gonna exit this. Exit Steam. It opened Steam. I wonder if GeForce now switched to Steam. I haven't used it in a while. But oh, to play this game, you must own it on Steam. Durr. I didn't realize that. Let me go back real quick and do... There was a GeForce Now section. Oh, it's right here. Whoops. Hang on. GeForce Now. Your games will appear here. So I don't think I have it anymore. It used to be down here. Oh, GeForce Now included. These are games you can play without. So let's see if I still have it. So when you do this, right, I can look at, I don't know, Just Cause 2. And let me move myself so you guys can see this better. I'm going to click play. So I guess I do still have GeForce Now. And when I signed in, it just gave it to me. Because it's letting me play. Press the start button. And let's go to new game real quick. Normal. I won't stay playing this. I'll just show you guys like maybe a minute of gameplay. I'm gonna anyway, you see it works. Oh, whoops. That's okay. I can resume it, quit. Well, I'll quit it, but continue. All right. So that's your game section, guys. There's all kinds of stuff in there. And now you see Play Next finally showed up because I started these games. So I can go back and get to them quickly. The Shield is taking quite a while to update some of these apps for some reason. I wonder if I'm actually having some sort of Ethernet connection issue. In which case, let's check out my network. Turn off Ethernet. And connect to my Wi-Fi. Oops. Let's see how well this does. If I just do this now. No, it still shows it. It makes no sense. I'm gonna go solo while I do this. That should do it. Let me go back to the controller here. Go to next. Once you do this, if you're Ethernet, you'll be able to just turn off Ethernet whenever you want and go to Wi-Fi for testing things. So now I'm connected. And let's see if that helps. I don't know why I was getting some kind of odd issue with the Play Store. It's like not updating anything. It says it's updating. Let me try to stop it from updating. That's installing now at least. It's weird. I'm going to hit update all again. See if they actually go a little quicker. So it did update these two. It's kind of weird. Yes, VLC player is better than MX. Strange. I guess it's not an Ethernet problem. But it will update. Well, they're not gray anymore. Did I just crash my Shield? No. I think I crashed the Play Store though. Let's go back into apps. Play Store. My apps. I don't know what's going on there. But I am essentially done. So with that part of the setup process done, I will take questions now for anything to do with standard Shield setup. If you watched what I did, you were confused by anything, you have a question, you want to know about something else, don't ask me questions about what we're going to do next. Just ask me questions about how to set up the Shield right now. Then I'm going to go set it up, like set it up, Supreme Build style, after we do this little first part of the Q&A. So if you got questions now about basic Shield setup, you can ask me that and I will answer them. In the meantime, I'm going to do, while you guys ask those questions, I am going to do what everyone should do when something is hung up on your device. Restart it. And I will let that go while I answer your questions. So if you got any now, Pickpocket asked about VLC being better than MX Player. MX Player is good, but you do need a code, like a lot of codecs for it. VLC, you just kind of install it and it runs. So that is my recommendation. Do I think it's worth it to get the Wi-Fi over the USB for the Shield? No, I think if you have, the Shield has Bluetooth, so if you get the Bluetooth one, I think that's probably your best bet. But the Wi-Fi one works fine too. So one major thing, guys, that you really should be aware of when it comes to the Shield is the USB ports, okay? There's two USB ports on the back. They get hot. Anything you plug into them gets hot. If you have a little small USB drive like this, and you plug it into that back of the Shield directly, and it's literally touching, this part is your actual little microchip in there, or storage, or your Wi-Fi dongle that actually emits the Wi-Fi, or Bluetooth, right? You plug this in this close, this is going to burn out. You will destroy your storage. You will destroy whatever it is that you're plugging in. So what you need is a cable that plugs into the back on one side, so standard USB cable on the end, standard USB on the other end, plug in whatever it is you want to that. That way this cable is directly connected to the back of the shield, and the device you want to plug in is connected at the end of the cable. This will prevent your device from overheating. Very important. I've seen a lot of people burn out their little storage drives, flash drives. They get problems. They say it doesn't work good. These SSDs, the Samsung ones that I recommend, which are now T5s, they all have cables. They plug in with the cables, so they're not touching the shield. They work great. Carl, thank you for the super chat. It is greatly appreciated. Shine says my processing limits never hold. That is a common problem. When you reboot, they don't hold. Usually, I find it stays if I put it to sleep. Like if I just let it go to sleep on its own. Let's go back in here. I rebooted. Let's check it, right? So I'm going to go to my settings after I rebooted. I'm going to go down to my developer options, and we'll see. So the things that I've turned on were my transition modes. I changed. They're all stayed 0.5. My colorimetry stayed on. And background process is at standard limit again. So, yeah, it's, you know, I usually just do that every time I restart the shield and then start using it. Unfortunately, it will hold as long as that's there. You're good. Like until you restart or whatever, it should hold. How often do I shut down or restart the shield, and best way to start new shield? I generally restart my shield probably once a week. The rest of the time I just tell it to sleep. I usually go to settings, sleep now. But like once a week I'll just go down and click restart. Like I don't do it when I'm done watching. I just do it right when I want to start watching something or using it. I'll restart it, and it's just kind of random. But most of the time I just hit sleep now and it goes to sleep. Can you show how to change the USB mode when experiencing Bluetooth interference from connected USB devices? There's a lot of settings in developer options that deal with Bluetooth. So here's your USB configuration, right? You honestly should just leave this alone for the most part, MTP, Media Transfer Protocol, because that's usually what's happening. But here's your Bluetooth version. You can try changing different versions here to see if that helps. And your Bluetooth audio codec, use system selection as default. You can try other ones as well. Just remember the defaults because you don't want anything to go wrong. So that's one area where you can do that. And then there is another one. I don't remember where it is now. It's probably in system. Yeah, USB mode. So you can change your USB mode to compatibility mode. It's on auto, but you can try max performance or compatibility mode to force one or the other and see what happens. I've generally never had to do that, but you can try that as well. Between that and the developer options, you can also check display and sound advanced settings, USB audio mode. Those are pretty much everywhere where you will find USB settings to control things. But it's really, I can't give you a definitive answer to that because it depends on what device is causing interference, what the interference is. So there's all kinds of different things. Mike W asks, how do I get live TV with guide set up on my Shield? And thank you for the super chat, Mike. The question you're asking me really varies. Are you trying to use like HD Home Run with like your cable to get a guide on the Shield, or are you trying to like use some sort of IPTV, which will be kind of part of the second section we do? So other people are asking, let me see. What do I recommend as a free sports APK to watch tonight's boxing fight? That's going to kind of be part of the second section, El Padrino, for people that want to do things like that. So I'll ask me that question after the second setup, but I'm going to put it on there anyway. So can you review how we pay by Bitcoin for Cinema HD for ad-free? Maybe, but not in this video. Can you put IPTV apps on the Shield? Yes. Can you put APK apps on the Shield? Is that what you're asking me, Ronnie? Yes, you can, if that's what you're saying. It says ABK, but I'm assuming you meant APK. Is there any way to customize the Shield's boring display background? Unfortunately not. The background is pretty boring. It just changes color at certain times based on what's going on. So unfortunately there is not. Okay, Mike with IPTV. You need the IPTV service and app. I'll go through that in the next thing. You can't really put that on the... You can't like have it on your home screen. But I will show you guys something that you can do on the Shield. If you have HD Home Run, which I do kind of talk about a lot on this channel. So I'm going to go to apps and I'm going to say get more apps, and this will be the last thing I do for standard Shield setup. Yeah, it's still installing, so it had nothing to do with my network. HD Home Run, boom, install. Watch, it will install this almost surely like without the update problem. Like everything else is having a slow go updating. It's kind of weird. Oh, and then live channels, that's updating. Okay, it's really weird. I don't know why I'm having this trouble, because I restarted and everything and it's still doing this. Settings, I'm going to go back to Ethernet since I know it's not that. And I'm going to turn off IPv6 just for the hell of it. If I go into apps, yeah, see HD Home Run is install pending. Can you run APK and IPTV on the HD Home Run? No, HD Home Run only works with HD Home Run equipment. So live channels is good though. So I can do this without HD Home Run. I'm going to open live channels just to show you guys something. All right. I'm going to actually add this to my favorites as well. I'm going to open it. And it says watch content from your apps like watching channels on TV. Browse content from your apps with a familiar guide and friendly interface. Add more channels by installing apps that offer live channels. Find compatible apps in Google Play Store by using the link within the TV menu. And then customize your channel lineup. So this is a really cool app on the Shield. Alright. But I only have... Because I don't have HD Home Run installed yet, I can't do it. So Network TV Tuner might work. So you can browse apps that offer live channels by going in here. Let's see. Once it installs my HD home run, oh, it's playing something. I'm going to put the volume down so I don't get in trouble. Oh, this is Google Play Movies and TV. So it's showing trailers. It's made a channel for trailers automatically, so you have something. So here, it's telling me to scan for TV channels, network TV tuner setup. I'm going to try this because I do have a network TV tuner. Continue. Cable. Let's see if this works without the HD home run. Yep, it found it. So I have Verizon Fios New York Plus Digital, 670 channels match. I'm going to click it. I'm going to say done. And now, when I go to live channels, I can actually see. Is it playing sound? It's saying this app is set for surround sound. So if I go to the program guide, it's not giving me info because the guide comes through HD Home Run, and HD Home Run's not installed yet. But I can watch any of these channels and have a guide just like this and switch to them. So like DIY, I could just hit it. It knows what channel it is, it'll take me to it, but Mike's asking how do I connect one. That's my HD Home Run TV tuner. Okay, there's no sound. Good. It just found it without HD Home Run because for whatever reason my Play Store does not want to update all of these apps. It's going though. It did all the small ones first. I wonder if it's because I have my Samsung plugged in and the Samsung might be slightly funky. It did mess up before, so that might be why, because it doesn't usually do this. But at least all of the smaller core services are all done. So, and it just did something else because it flickered. I don't think HD Home Run works with DirecTV, Ronnie. So I don't know why it wants to take forever to do this, but it is. Doesn't matter if I'm a Wi-Fi, Ethernet. Just wants to take its time. I'm gonna just keep letting it do its thing, and eventually I will get my HD Home Run and show you guys live channels once that's installed. Alright, so I think I've answered every question that was asked, and we can move on to setting the Shield up to stream things beyond what's in the Play Store. Alright, in order to achieve this, we need first a web browser. Alright, because you're going to need to get things from online, which again means I need to go to the Play Store, which for whatever reason is taking its sweet time getting me things. Puffin TV web browser, if corrected itself. What you want to search for is Puffin TV web browser and install that. And let's hope that these things install, because it is taking me a long time. If it doesn't, I'm going to cancel the updates that are here. It is going. It's real slow. Now it's just these 4. Alright, 1 just left. It's 3. Let's go, guys. Let's get it done. Nah, nobody got time for that, Shine. It's one video. If they do it, they do it. I'm a busy man. There we go. It's finally done. Everything's in. So now I can show you guys what happens with live channels when it finds HD home run. Alright. Let me go actually to my settings and wipe out I'm going to do this from scratch now, the way I should have. Go to apps. I'm going to go to live channels, which is a system app. Whoops. I'm going to click on it, force stop, clear cache, clear data. Alright, so now it's going to open like it's brand new. And watch what happens. Maybe I should actually open HD home run first, just to let it pull its info. Alright, it did. And let's go to live channels. Get started. So now you see it says HD home run input. I'm going to click that one. It's going to read everything off my HD home run input. And I'm going to say done. And now I can go to my program guide, and this is what it looks like. Alright, you have all channels, family, kids, sports. I can do this on the side, separate it like that, but I'm going to go to all channels. And Google Play always does this and puts this in here, but now I can see every channel with the guide and what's on, and go through it. So it's a very clean app. If you have HD home run, you can use this, or you can use the HD home run app, which has a different kind of guide. So my HD channels start at 502, and so I can just go, okay, you know, I want to watch something. PBS, that's free. Shouldn't get in trouble for playing that. And there's PBS. Alright. So that's that. What else? I have yeah, it's gonna give me this notification up top again, but I already did that, so that's as fast as live channels is set up. It's done. If you have things like Pluto TV, it'll pull those channels in as well, give you a guide for those. So live channels is an awesome app on the Shield. And when you go to do customize channels, live channels is also an option. So if you put that in, it's going to show you what's on TV on your home screen. So that's kind of the closest you can get. And let's move that up high. Done. So that's that. Part 1 complete. Before I go to part 2, if all you wanted to do is set up your Shield, basically just like this, get any apps you want, install them. This is how it's done. You're done here. You go ahead, you can leave this video now. You don't have to continue watching it. If you want to set it up beyond that to get things like free movies and TV shows, you know, maybe some slightly lower priced options for movies and shows, for live TV, things like that. We're going to do that next. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to go back to the Shield. And I'm going to go get that browser that I installed before. Puffin TV. Going to hold my button down on it, and I'm going to move it to the front just so I can keep getting to it easily. I'm going to open it. And what you're going to do here, it even tells you how to use. You can check that out at puffinbrowser.com. So you get your introduction if you need to do so. I don't really need that. This is giving you news sites automatically. It's a really nice browser. Infotainment, you can get to things like that. All kinds of little websites that are pre-configured in here. All right. But what you're going to want is to be on this start page at the top. Move over to search or type URL. And you're going to want to go to addresses that you know have APKs for you. All right. So one for me is cinemaapk.com, because I like to use the Cinema app. You're going to have to click search and then click it again, and it should take you there. And it did. All right. So once you're in here, you can press your back button and say add to bookmark. So that way you can always get back here. Okay. And I'm going to press back again, and I'm going to change my website to a new one. And I'm going to make it supremebuilds.com/APKs. And I'm going to hit search. And you can do this for any site you know of that has it. There's our index of APKs. I'm going to press back, and I'm going to add that as a bookmark. All right. From here, I'm going to press back one more time. And I'm going to change my address again. Whoops, hang on. Yeah, that's it. Okay. For this one, I'm going to do Zion app.live. Okay. That's for TV Zion. That is their official site. I prefer to go to the official sites of things when I can. Now I'm going to press back, and I'm going to add to bookmark. I'm going to press back again, and go to the home page. Okay, start page. Click on that. Why am I doing that? I want to show you the bookmarks. So there's Zion, Supreme Builds APKs, and Cinema APK. From here, the first app you try to get is going to give you a problem, because you're going to need to enable allowing it to have an installation. All right. In doing so, I'm going to say, I'll try this one first. The thing that's cool about Puffin browser is, even if you have, a Fire Stick or whatever, you only have a regular remote, you just press up and down and the mouse moves. So there's your download. You just find where it says download. You go to it. You click download now. It doesn't show you downloads. Okay? Now it's going to ask me to allow, and it's going to start the download. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go to my start page. And what you will see now on the start page is downloads. There's an APK right there. So once it's done, it shows up there. Now I'm going to go over to Zion and click on it. And I'm going to move my mouse cursor up to download. And starts the download. And I'm going to press back and go to the start page again. And I'm going to go to my Supreme Builds address. And the things that I want from here, you can also get other apps from app stores. Okay, so there's Aptoid, Yelp, there's File Linked if you want to use that as well in here. So if I hit that, it will download. I hit that, it will download. Hit that, it will download. This just gives you access to more possible apps. Now from here, I'm going to press back, and I'm going to go to IPTV. And I'm going to go to free. The person that asked me, what can I use for free to try to watch fights tonight? Mobdro. Okay? Download and install that. I don't guarantee Mobdro will work. The quality's not the best. You're way better off with a paid service. But if you want to try free, you can use that, or you can go on your browser to Reddit and try to find streams for it on Reddit on the internet. So I'm going to go back from there, click back again. I'm going to go to paid, and I'm going to go to easy. And for me, we just got the new multi-screen one, which I showed the other day. I'm going to install that. If you want to back up, there's a new version of XCIPTV. I'll install that as well. That's all I really want. Those are the two I want. For that, I'm going to press back again. I have Vero, but I don't have it on this device. But I will still install it because I'll probably give myself an account on it later. We'll go back from there. Back again. Back again. And now I'm going to get forks. I want the 17 fork for myself, and I want SBMC. That way, installing this allows me to keep a version of 17.6 of that always stays on my device and it never updates. I prefer 17.6 to 18 myself. If I want 18, I can get it from the Play Store, or Jugs has made some forks that allow for installs from Wizards. I think I need to add them here. And now I already got Zion, right? But if you want things like BTV, these are more. This is an old cinema. This is why I prefer, even me, I don't have time to update these all the time. You see, the last time I did was March 11th. This is an old cinema. If I were to install this one instead of the one from their website, I wouldn't even be able to update to the newest one. But if you like these, you can try to install them, or you can search for their actual sites online. All right, so I'm going to hit back again. And I've went through everything that I personally want. So I'm going to press back and go to the start page. Now, I have all these downloads. Okay, let's try Cinema as the first one and watch what happens. I have to change my settings, it says. So I need to tick this on for puffin and go back. And now I need to click this one more time. And now it will install. Let me move myself, like right around here. Click install. Thank you, Dimmy. And welcome to the show. Alright, Cinema's installed. Done. I go right down the line to Zion. Install. App installed. Done. Here's your app stores. Install. Done. Yelp store. Install. You're just repeating this process throughout the whole line. Done. File linked. Install. Done. Mobdro. Install. Done. Here's my IPTV. Install. Done. My backup. My Vero. Done. And then my SBMC. Install. Hector, ask me that question as soon as we're done with the setup. Done. Alright. So I've installed everything. What's the one thing I haven't installed? I don't need to be anywhere else for it except for the actual App Store. Kodi. There we go. Install. Oops, I didn't mean to open it. Yeah, that's fine. Allow, that's fine. I'll let it run anyway. Okay. So there it is. I'm going to close it. Now, what do we do from here? You've just installed all this stuff. You're on your home screen, right? You don't even see it. None of that stuff. But you click on apps, and now you've got a ton of apps. Way more apps, right? So, one other app that you may want and may need, right? Because sometimes apps don't show up on here, is, hang on, I'm going to show you guys this real quick. I think it's still in the Play Store. Let's see. Sideload Launcher. Yep, it is. You're going to want to install Sideload Launcher. That's one other app that's very useful. And now that I have that, I will show you guys. That shows up here, right there, and I can click it. It will show every app you have. So if an app is not showing up because it's not designed to work on Android TV OS, doesn't have the proper settings for it, they'll all show up here. So here's Cinema, right? It's also here. There may be an app or two that's not showing up. I'm not sure. But it looks like everything I need is here, honestly. So what do? We want to use apps that we really like. So I'm going to take Zion, add to favorites. I'm going to take Kodi, add to favorites. Easy, add to favorites. I'm not going to add my backup to favorites because I'm only ever going to use this if something, because this is a Smarters based app and very rarely something goes wrong with the Smarters server. Then you would go here and you'd bypass the Smarters server issue and get into your IPTV. Vero, I'll give myself an account on here, add that to favorites. Cinema, I'm going to add that. SBMC, add to favorites. I'm probably not going to add these Play Stores to favorites. I think I'm good. But anything else? That's probably it. So I'm going to go back. And now all these things are at the end of my favorites. But I'm going to take them and move them to the front because that's what we're going to be talking about now. So it's easier to get to. Cinema. And SBMC. Now, by all means, if you have other apps you like, you go ahead and install them. Kiko, thank you for the super chat. It is greatly appreciated. If you have other apps that you like, go ahead and keep adding them into your Puffin web browser. I always recommend the official sites. When you go back in, put it in. Like, I believe Jugs put them in the forks for the repo, right? So if I do this, I can get his 18 fork, which would be https://repo.supremebuilds.com/forks. I believe that's right. I haven't used this site in a while. I'm going to go to search. Search again. And it is. So there's a bunch of forks in here too, older ones, newer ones. But I believe maybe not. Well, here's the 18.1. Maybe that's it. But no, that's titanium. Let's go back to the parent directory. There's some APKs in here. Maybe that's where you put it. Nope. These are all like old stuff. So we'll go back. Yeah, no, I'm not sure where those are. What am I looking for? Your 18 forks that allow for install of APKs through the wizard. Yeah, the official ones. Oh, that's where they are. So, I don't remember where that is. In the Kodi official? Is that in repo.supremebuilds.com? Oh, is there another? No, that's just forks. Oh, it's not there. That's why. I don't know where that is. Oh, you put it in APKs. Sorry. So we don't need that. Let's go here then. Index of APKs. So here's Kodi. Official. Leia 18. So Jugs has created these, and they allow for install of APKs through wizards, which we couldn't do in Kodi 18 before. So I'll grab 18.2. I don't know if that's going to work because I already have 18 installed. 18.3 32-bit. Oh, but I have a 64-bit processor. I want to install the 64. I'll do the 32-bit though. It really doesn't matter on the Shield. I'll grab the 18.3. So I'm going to go back to the start page. Oh, I didn't want to remove that from bookmarks. What did I do? That's not in bookmarks. Start page. Oh, I actually removed that web address from there. That sucks. Alright, well. Kodi 18.3 Leia 32-bit. It's an update to an existing application. I am going to install it. Not installed. So it won't work unless I uninstall Kodi. It's not really important. I just want you guys to know where you can get one if you really care for 18. I honestly don't use 18, have no use for it myself, but alright. So we got all this stuff here now. And at this point, you need to set them up, basically. So if you want to get apps for IPTV, there's all kinds of them. The ones that we generally use here are Easy and Vero for the most part. And you can join the Telegram group, get set up with those very easily. There's people in there that are authorized to help you guys out to get them. These are paid, but not very expensive services, way cheaper than cable, and they give you tons of stuff. If you go in to them, you basically just get a username and password from somebody, and then you log in, and you can use it. And you can check the box to remember yourself, and you don't have problems with that. All right, I'm not actually going to do that right now, but self-explanatory. You get an account, you open the app, you sign in. The STB Pro is a little different for Vero, and I'll show you how that works. If you click it, the first time it opens, okay, if you're trying to get Vero, you're going to go down to where it says Configure Application, okay? And you're going to select Configure Application, and you're going to want to go to Profiles. And then you're going to click on Profile 1, and you're going to click on STB Configuration, and you're going to get this MAC address right here, and you're going to give it to whoever is setting up your account for you, and that is how they activate your service. Now, every once in a blue moon, if you wipe out your Shield, your MAC address might change. But if you come back to here and you click, you can alter it back to the old one and get your service back. So make sure you always keep note of the MAC address you gave the person that set it up for you. That way you have it, and you can set it back if it ever changes after you've wiped out a Shield. When you install on a different device, it actually will give you a different MAC address on every device. This particular service is tied to the MAC address, so it's really only meant to be used on one device. Once you've done this and you've finished, what happens now is you get this. So if you've opened this app already and you haven't given it to somebody, all you're going to see is this. Now you have to hold down the center button for a long time, pop out a menu on the right. You're going to go over to Profile, click on it, click on Profile 1. Whoops, sorry. No, you have to go to Settings on the top after you hold your button down, then go to Profiles, then click on Profile 1, then click on STB Configuration and find your MAC address. Alright? It's that time. You need to install Telegram on your phone in order to join a Telegram group first. So you have to have a Telegram account. Then you can do it. That's how you get it to give to somebody if your screen just shows your STB is blocked. Alright, so that's that. I have videos on these things. You guys can see them. If you want to leave, you have to hold down the back button. Are you sure you want to exit the application? Okay. Now let's check out Cinema. Alright, you're just going to go down the line. If it needs to allow things, allow it. Disclaimer, you have to accept them. Tells you what the newest updates are. Scroll through if you want to see. Hit OK. Alright. Over here on the side, you're going to look right away for settings. So choose a default player. I generally find the Cinema default player is fine, but I do have VLC installed and I can switch to it if I want to. Alright. Choose a poster image size. Changing this size will show more or less items on this home screen. So when I click one, right now, 1, 2, 3, I see 5 across. If I go to trending, now I see way more across because I made it medium. I prefer this one. If you like them big, leave them big. Whatever you want to do, all good. That's entirely up to you. I'm going to go back to settings. Alright, default play action. You can tell it to just play. Always ask what you want it to do. Play with subtitles, open with another app, download it. Alright, so I like always ask. I leave it because sometimes I want to do different things. Showing aired episodes only. That's saying it's not going to show you a listing for an episode that hasn't aired. I generally don't care. It can show me episodes that haven't aired because it tells you the date they do air. So it doesn't bother me. Also, sometimes episodes get leaked early, so you can watch them early. Change logs. All right, that's to go back and see that. And you have clear cache. If you're ever having issues, you can try clearing your cache. Now, in performance, you can tell it, I only want to watch HD links. If you do this, you may miss out on some cams and things like that. I usually don't care. I leave it. HD pops up at the top of the list anyway. Low profile, reduced graphics effect, limit resolver threshold, and 500. You might want to use this if you have an old Fire Stick, a weak device. This will help speed it up and use less resources on the device. I got a Shield. I don't care. Choose providers to enable. I usually leave this default. Okay. So you can optimize performance by removing some of these, but I believe by default they're pretty much all enabled. So I don't find a problem with performance on a Shield. I leave it alone. It's fine. But if it's taking way too long for you, you can remove some of them, but you may be removing good links. It's hard to know. Sort links ordered by quality. That's what you want to do. Then you can choose host priority, right? So it's not letting me do that. That might, maybe in the new version, this is part of the paid thing, because you can donate and unlock more stuff. But by default, it's not bad. Real Debrid, All Debrid, Premiumize. It's using the best ones first. Google Video would be your best free option. That's first up there, so that's good. Autoplay next episode. So you would turn this on if you're watching a TV series and you want to binge watch it. You can turn it on. Problem with that is you may get a bad link and you're going to start watching a buffering link. I'm not that lazy. I leave it off. As my shirt says, I'm not lazy, so I'm good, right? I leave it off. I just search for the next link and find a good one. Here's your login. So log into Real Debrid, log into All Debrid, log into Premiumize. Log into Tracked. You have options to do all of these things. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick login on one thing. I'm not going to log in on everything that I show you. I'm going to show you one login, just how it's done. I'm going to click login to Real Debrid. It's real easy. I just pick up my phone. It tells me where to go, and I go there. All right. So I'm going to go to where it says real-debrid.com device, enter the code displayed on my screen. Allow. And give it a second. I'm logged in. I don't have an All Debrid account. Depending on the type of Premiumize. Yep, okay, so this is cool. Enter API key available at Premiumize. It's going to make me show it to you guys, which I don't really want to do, but it's telling you where to go, and it's telling you to, because I would have to change my, you can change them, but then every device I've already set up to use my Premiumize, I have to go in and change the code. So I'm not going to do it, but you go to that website, you sign in with your account, it shows you the key, and you just type the key in right here and click done. That's it. All right, so I'm going to cancel that one. And now you have the option to show Debrid links only if you want. If you've logged into Real Debrid, All Debrid, and Premiumize, or just Real Debrid and Premiumize, I would do this. I would just not waste my time with anything else. Just only show me the Debrid links, and I'll watch them. So turn off resolve premium links. It's recommended, right? It's basically cleaning up your download history, because what happens with this is if they're resolving the premium links for you, that means they're actually starting them, right? So that means it's going to show up that you've played it. And it's kind of like showing that you're abusing their servers. You're like clicking on everything they have. So if you check this box, I would probably check this box. I don't know why it's off by default if they recommend it. It's not going to resolve it. It means you may have a dead link. Maybe. Maybe not. If you have a tracked account, you click it, you go, and you sign in. Same way. Just pick up your phone, go to the website. And you enter the code. give it permissions on your phone, and then you're signed in as track. And that's it. Once you've done that, okay, you're in here, and you can change your download path if you do decide to download, videos from here. So you can change this and put it wherever you want. So you can just say put it in download and say okay. Done. All right. Other than that, if you have things that you want to favorite in here, you can do that. All right. So TV shows that you want to show up as favorites, you can click on the show. Right. Hold on. And you should be able to, where is it? This is new. I haven't really messed with cinema. There you go. So in the overview, you see the heart. Scroll down and hit the heart. And if you go back now and you go to the side here, you can go to favorites, and that's added in. So I added some things last time. So now from favorites, you can just click on it and you're right at stuff. And as far as searching goes, I'll just show you real quick. Let's just go ahead and do like whatever, 8.5, and you hit play. It's going to start searching. And all of these colored links are from Real Debrid because that's the only one I activated here. If I had activated Premiumize, I'd see even more. And you would just click one and start playing it. And that's it. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to get in trouble. But you click one and you play it. Simple as that. Then you would just go to the next episode when you're done. Up top here, you would click 6 and you would click play. And you'd be done. Exit the app? Yes. So your cinema's set up. Zion. It's very similar. Okay? It's going to give you all the new stuff. You're going to say okay. With Zion, I really like the Zion Club subscription. But I'll show you how to set this up. It's very similar. This one's a little different because it has TV and movie switching up here. I like that the icons are already smaller. You can still change things up here. You need to sign in. We're going to go over to the side. And if you have a Zion Club, you can enter that. I have one, but I don't know where my code is for it. But you can add it, put it in. All right. Here's your accounts to manage. And if you look in here, you have tracked account. So you would add it the same exact way as I just showed you for the other one. Your RD account, your Premiumize account. I guess that's an All Debrid account. And so it has the same 3. And if you have a Mal account for anime, you can add that too. You would just add them. That's all you got to do. And then you can do little things like link resolving. You get more options when you're a club member to play with. But you can see Zion Club, so you can enable these when you're a Zion Club member. So I turn off auto select. I don't like it. I always hated auto select. It's not for me. Enable auto select, no. Auto select filtered link, no. I just turn off auto select always. Default link click action, same thing, always ask. And link filtering is pretty much a Zion Club thing. Can't really enable it, but it's pretty cool. You can filter by bit rates. Now playback. This is where autoplay next episode. Turn that off. And your video player. I've had problems with the Zion player, not with the cinema one. But I just click VLC. I've installed it. I'm going to use it for everything. In general, I like it. That's just me. And that's it for Zion. All right, so we've gone through Varo, Easy, Cinema, Zion. And really all that's left is my SBMC setup. Now I did a whole video, which I'll end up linking in the description below, on creating your own build that's designed around Gaia, because Gaia is pretty much all I use. But I am going to do that video. I'm going to do a quick setup of that right now, just for you guys. Alright, so I'm going to go in and open SBMC for the first time. Now this is 17.6 and will never update. I prefer 17.6, so I use SBMC. Alright, the first thing you're going to do is go to your settings, go down to system settings, change on the bottom to expert, then go up to add-ons, turn on show notifications, and unknown sources, say yes. Very easy. Alright. One second. That's not what I meant to do. Alright, so once you're done with that, you're going to go down to File Manager. You're going to click on it. You're going to add a source. And you're going to click where it says None. And you're going to enter this address. You're going to say OK. Then you're going to go down and click there, name it. You're going to say OK. OK. Now you see it's there. It didn't give you an error. That means it could read the website. From there, we're going to click back again, and we're going to go down to add-ons. Click on it. We're going to go up to the little package, click on it. We're going to say install from zip file. Find the one you just made, which I named Gaia. Click on it. And I'm going to install the Gaia repo. I'm also going to install the Orion repo because I have Orion as well. But you don't have to install the Orion repo, it's fine. Especially if you don't have it. So there we go. Now you've installed the repositories. Where do we go? Install from repository. And now you're going to look for the Gaia repository. Click on it. You're going to go down to video add-ons. Click on it. And you're going to get Gaia. Click on it. Install. It installs a ton of dependencies, but it literally installs everything you need to be able to stream. This pops up. I generally say no, but I'm going to click yes and then just say no and say no, just so it actually runs through it. It always pops up that YouTube setup because Gaia, while part of Gaia installing is installing YouTube. So you gotta wait until Gaia finishes the install. Alright, it's installed. Now I'm going to click back. And I'm going to look at program add-ons. And you're going to see Orion is here, right? Orion's already installed because it installs with Gaia. I have the Orion repo there as well because it usually updates there first. But we're already here. So we're good to go. I have now installed Gaia. And as you can see, that's under video add-ons. If you go down to program add-ons, I have Orion. All these other things were installed by Gaia. The extended info script, YouTube DL, and anything else that shows up here, YouTube itself and extended info script. So what do we do now? Now I'm going to go back to settings. Okay, so I'm going to go back until I get to the home screen. And I'm going to go up to settings, and I'm going to go to interface settings, click on skin, click on get more, and I'm going to go down until I find Gaia Aeon Nox skin. Click on it. You can set up Gaia before installing this skin if you like, that's fine. Setting up the skin first will change kind of the way the menus look, because the skin determines the menu look, but you can set it up before or after, it doesn't matter. And now it says, would I like to keep this change? Yes. And for me, I configure the skin. I like to take the menu position low. Alright, that's just me. I prefer that. Now I'm going to back out. It's going to build my shortcuts. Give it a second. I don't know if it's going to pull the widget because I haven't actually set up Gaia, but it might. It will automatically populate a widget for you on top for trending movies and trending TV shows right under here. And you still have your add-ons and your system. The other thing I like is to see these submenus all the time. So if I go back to system, interface, configure skin, there's an option in here to default submenu always visible. I turn that on. Now when I go back, the submenu is always underneath. Alright, I prefer that. I don't think it's going to populate it anyway. So there we go. Now up here you have TV shows trending, and they scroll across, so you can just select them once you've had Gaia set up, or you got movies trending straight across. Alright, good to go. Now the only thing left to do is set up Gaia itself. Alright, so the way I do that is I go to add-ons, I go down to videos, click on it, so I get it from the list, I find Gaia, and I click on it. It's the first time it's launching. It's giving you a warning about the new version and that the settings will be cleared. I don't have any settings because I just set it up, so it's fine. Alright, so it's intended for legal purposes only. You have to agree. And it's telling you that it's going to give you the configuration wizard. Now, if you don't have Real Debrid, Premium Eyes, Easy News, All Debrid, whatever, use Reaper's custom settings. Just click that, skip through where it asks you to activate accounts, and try to use Gaia that way. It's going to be your best shot. Alright, if you have those things, you're going to do the 10-minute extensive setup, and you're going to click on it, and it's just going to start reading you off important information. So it's telling you Gaia supports multiple languages, and because it's telling you that, it's saying English is default, you're going to keep it. If you have a second language that you speak, you can change and put like Spanish or whatever you want as your second language. I'm just going to keep that and not do it. Gaia provides integration for various external services, improving the functionality of the add-ons. So now you can activate your accounts. If you don't have any, you skip this. You use Reaper settings and you just click continue at the top if you don't have any accounts. Alright, I have Orion, I could enable it. I have Tracked, I can enable it. premiumize, all that stuff. I'm going to go down to premiumize real quick and click on it. I'm going to say activate account. I have an existing account. It's going to tell me where to go. This one's not going to make me enter my key, so I'll activate it here. Pairing code, it's asking me for on my phone after I go to the website. And the code is right here on the screen, so I'm just going to type that in on my phone. Submit. Allow on the phone, and it's going to say that I've successfully authenticated Premiumize, and I'm going to click continue, and then I'm going to go down to my Real Debrid, and I'm going to activate that. Activate account, existing account. It's going to tell me where to go, and I'm going to go there, and again enter the code. Successful. Continue. Now I have easy news. Activate account. Existing account. So I think it's going to make me put my username and password on the screen. So I'm probably not going to activate this just because everyone will have my username and password. So I'm going to cancel that for right now. And then I'm going to say skip that step. It's going to take me back. Right, so if I wanted to do my tracked, same thing. Activate account, existing account, and I'm going to go to, on my phone, track.tv activate, and it's yes. Continue. So I've put enough in to make this worthwhile. I have Premiumize and Real Debrid. I just didn't add my Easy News. But if you have any of these other ones, by all means, add them. This is the point where you should add them. I also didn't add my Orion, but that's okay. I'm going to say continue. Now, it's telling you premium, torrent, and Usenet providers require a Debrid account, whereas most hoster providers are free. Continue. It's asking you what kind of providers you want to enable. I am turning off everything. Disabled. Just premium providers, because I've put them in. I don't want any of the rest of them. Now, if you're doing Reaper setup and this screen pops up, don't disable these things. This is if you have premium accounts. Okay? Everything is disabled except premium providers. Continue. If you do have local movies that you've connected to your Plex, you can also do local ones. Now, you can automatically start playback or manual. I've already decided I hate automatic playback. I'm doing manual. You can tell Gaia to detect failures or ignore them. I usually tell it to detect them. Providers need some time to provide streams. It's asking you if you want to use the default setting or automatic. I'm going to use the default. It's telling you about a VPN, what it does. Gaia can so Gaia can detect if you're connected to a VPN. I'm going to skip that. Internet speed test is telling you about. I'm going to skip the speed test. And you're all set up. Finish. I am done. This is done. So playback and binge watching features with a new binge window and up next support. If you previously, please reconfigure them under new playback settings tab. Okay, so that's just an announcement. I have not previously configured those. And with this, now that we're in here, you would just go to something like movies. All right. Then you'd go to lists. And you can check out currently trending, box office hits, whatever you want to do. Highest rated of all time. Let me click highest rated. This should be all-time highest rated films. All right, so got a bunch of high rated films here. I am not sure. It seems like their order is a little out of whack, but it's fine. Let's take something that's old like Forrest Gump. And click on Forrest Gump. Okay? This is just default settings. How long is this going to take? Alright, Kiko, take care. Thank you again for the super chat, my man. This is just Gaia's defaults. You haven't changed anything. You can change things to make it take longer, take less time. But I've already got 24 cached links. There's 12 4K links and climbing. And it is starting to save the streams at 40 seconds. Preparing them. And you could say 50 seconds it's going to take just about before the streams pop up on my screen. And I would click any of these and start watching. And that's basically how that works. Now, in here, you're going to look at cached. Okay, I have Premiumized and Real Debrid. If you only have one, you will only see cached. You won't see the dash. The P and R stand for Premiumized or Real Debrid. So this is saying it's cached on both. This is saying it's only cached on Real Debrid. And if I can find one that said cache-P, it would only be cached on Premiumized and not Real Debrid. But I don't see one that easily. But self-explanatory, the purple letters. Okay? You always want to use cached links if they're available because they will play instantly. So here's a 4K file. It's 8-channel audio. It's 87.3 gigabytes. So that's probably legit. And if I click this, okay, it will, let me take the volume off. I can choose where because it's cached on both. It will always allow you to choose where though. Choose whichever one it's cached on. If it says cached R only, don't choose Premiumize because it's going to have to download it. I'm going to click on cached and choose Premiumize. Apparently I've started this film at some point in time and it remembers. I'm going to restart it. And it is playing. And I am going to stop it because I don't want to get in trouble. But it's just that easy. Okay? And now that you've set up your own little mini Gaia build, from the home screen, you're able to go to Gaia and choose links. The other video I have shows you how to change these links, shows you how to add more add-ons if you want, all that stuff. But the same way you added Gaia is the same way you're going to add any other add-on. You just need to know what the repo address is, add it as a file manager, and it's just this fast and simple to make your own little build. You don't have to wait for builders to update. You don't need a server to download from a whole build. You don't have to worry about downloads being slow or any of that. You just go and set this up and you're done. All right, so if I choose a movie from here, okay, I'll just show you real quick. Like, I'll choose whatever, Aquaman. From the home screen, it's going to do the same thing and immediately start searching, just like that, just like it did from inside the add-on. And I will show you one with TV shows as well, just so you see that, and you know that and you know how that works. So look, I have 187, and I didn't even put in my Easy News account. All right, I'd get even more. If you don't want to mess around and you just want to find what you want, this is the best add-on in Kodi by far. Sometimes it takes a little longer to find things because it scrapes so many more sources than most add-ons, depending on how you set it up, but you're going to get what you want. All right. Now, guys, link size and link stuff, it's important for you to know. Do you see this first link? It says that it's 4K, but it's 776 megabytes. That is not legit. It's too small. Okay, there's no way that that's 4K and 776 megabytes. But this one, 77.5 gigabytes, 4K 8-channel audio, you're good to go. Even this can be 4K because there's different compression amounts. All right, but if you see a 4K file that's a full movie and it says it's 776 megabytes, it's lying to you. It's either not 4K or not the movie. So just pay attention to the file sizes before you start looking at them. The amount of seeds don't matter if it's cached. It's already on the service. All right, so same way I clicked the last one, you'd click one of these and it would just go. So I'm going to go back and show you how the TV shows work. So let's grab a TV show that's kind of popular. This is kind of odd. It's repeating up here. So there might be an issue with the scraping of how they're getting the shows. It's showing me a lot of... that's weird. All right, I'm going to go back to the add-on for this then. I'm going to click on where it says Gaia. It should open Gaia and take me in. I'm going to go to shows just to show you how this works differently in shows. I'm going to go to lists. I'm going to go to trending and see if it's that stupid list, because sometimes these lists do mess up. It doesn't mean the shows aren't there. Yeah, that's different. Okay, so whatever list was showing up there is different. And I'll show you how to change that real fast too right after I show you how the TV shows work. Let's take something that has multiple seasons. I'll do Stranger Things. There's 3 seasons to that show. And some kind of... anytime you see a season 0, that means it's some kind of special episode or season. Alright? But you'll get seasons. That's why it's a little different. So you go to season 1. And you get chapter 1. Each episode has its own rating, little description. You would click it and it will start searching. So you just got to go through the season, the episode, and then you're going to get to the same screen. It's really the only difference. Now, I don't like that widget. I'm going to let it do its thing here just to show you how long it takes to find a show. But even the APKs work the same. You'll click play, it's going to show you links. And then you're going to click a link, and the link starts playing. That's it. So we'll let it run through its time here. I've got 11 4K links, 50 cached links for this show. For this episode. Now this one's taking a little longer trying to find links than the movies do. But honestly, if you want something, this is where you get it. Like, you can, as far as Kodi add-ons, nothing beats the amount of links you'll get out of here, even if it takes 15 seconds or 30 seconds. I don't care if it takes a minute longer than another add-on. I know that something on this list is going to play, and it's going to play well. All right, so now I'm here, and I can just, it says cached P and R. This one says just cached R, right? I'm going to click this one just to show you. Even though it's just cached on Real Debrid, it's still going to give me the option for Premiumize. But you see it says Debrid, it doesn't say cached. Always follow through with cached all the way. And my honest opinion, if you have both and Premiumize is the option, use it, because I find it just functions better. There's less chance of buffers. Premiumize pretty much never buffers for me. Real Debrid doesn't buffer often, but they do have more server issues than Premiumize. So that's that. The last thing I will show you is how to change this widget, because it's wrong. Okay? And it might be because Gaia just updated, but they haven't updated the skin yet. This is not showing the same list for TV shows as the list that I found in trending. This is definitely not the same list. So how do we change that? Go down, go over to System underneath, go to Skin, click on it, and you're going to say set up the Aeon Nox main menu. Click on it. Okay. And you're looking for no, where is it? Main menu. Or is it? Why can't I not find this? I'm having the same issue. I had this before too, and I just never. I don't use Aeon Nox often, so. So here's widgets, right? But just fine. But I want to find. Oh, you can disable the startup intro video here too. Enable autocomplete. Yes. These are things I like to do. Look in the extras. Do that. Alright. General. Home window. It's not that. Main menu. Yeah, that's fine. It should be here. Set up and oh, okay. I had to click it again. I'm like, where is it? So we're gonna go down to Gaia, okay? And you're just gonna say, here's your widgets. They say none. We'll set them both up so that we know they're both right. So select widget 1, okay? You're gonna go down to, you have widget styles, right? So panel, art, post. I'm gonna leave it alone for now. Widget background is clear. Panel widget info, you can enable that if you want. You can mess around with this later, okay? But you're gonna choose select widget up here. And then you're gonna go down to add-on. Video add-on. Gaia, movies, lists, currently trending. You can pick any list you want, but once it finishes getting the listing, you're going to say use as widget. And you can change the title. I'll just leave it alone for now. It's fine. And now we're done there, okay? I'm going to go back and do widget 2. And I'm going to turn on panel widget info as well. Enabled. And we're going to do select widget. There's a lot of stuff you can do in these settings here. So we're going to go to add-on, video add-on, Gaia, shows, lists, currently trending. Use as widget. Done. Now let's go back. Building menu. Once it's done, it's going to take me right to Gaia, and my widgets will change. There we go. So I turned on the info underneath, so it said Gaia currently trending, but now look what happens when you click on it. You get actual info for each one, which I like. You can make the name not show up underneath. All in those settings, you can change that. Okay, so if you want to know more about something, you can get info right on your home screen for it. That's it, guys. Your build is set up. Remember, always go to power, go down to quit, press it. That's how you properly exit. and you're good to go. So I got time for a Q&A now, but your Shield is totally set up. I took 2 hours and 20 minutes to show you guys that, but it's a whole lot faster when you just do it. Do it once, do it twice. I set up Shields in 30 minutes, I'm done. Like, pretty much. So let me see some of these questions I might have missed. I think Shine's asking me if I'm a club member. I am on Zion. Someone asked how to sign up for Easy TV. You got to get in the Telegram group and talk to the folks in there, in the Supreme Telegram group. The link to the Telegram group is in the home page of this YouTube channel on the top right. I'll show it to you, actually. You need Telegram on your, it works on Android, iOS, all that stuff, and then you can install it on Windows and sign in once you have it on your phone. Okay, let me move this over here. So here is the home page of the channel. You have the Facebook group right here. The Telegram group is right there. So once you have it on your phone, you can install it on your computer, sign in, you can click this, and then it will put you right in the group. You can also, it's in a lot of the video descriptions of videos. So like if I click on this easy updates video, okay, I will pause that. If you look right here, here is the link to join the group as well, right underneath this video. All right, so that's pretty much that. Let me go back to my solo cam and I'll answer any more questions you guys have. Someone's asking about retro gaming, and they use RetroArch. RetroArch is cool. My personal favorite is it's a paid one. It's RetroX. They actually customize a whole bunch of, including RetroArch. They customize a whole bunch of different emulators and place them inside one package and make it really easy for you to do it. It's like a one-time fee of $13, at least it used to be. I don't know what it is now. I got it years ago and works great. I believe the website for that is retrox.tv. Is Gaia like Exodus? I mean, in essence, it ends up giving you the same things as Exodus, like you get movies and shows, but it functions totally different than Exodus. Searches way more links, has way more things. Juggernaut has told everyone that he has now put in new APKs into the section for into the APK section for Supreme, as well as the 18.3 64-bit. What else? How do you sign up for Easy? Same thing I just answered. Swady says Gaia's not working well since the upgrades. Start all over, Swady. It's probably holding some kind of thing from when you had 4 or 3. Just do what I just did. Set up SBMC just with Gaia and see how it works. A lot of times you put in all these other things, right? You got to remember, Gaia is installing its own set of tons of add-ons, services in the background services that run. And then other add-ons you throw in there, they start adding them in. They may have an update. Gaia may have customized something. They may have done something at the one in their repo. Then you add something in, it might change something. Just use Gaia by itself. It's fantastic. And if you're having issues with the update, it says it right in the beginning that old files may cause problems. They try to remove them in the beginning, old settings and configurations, but maybe something didn't get removed. So I would just start over, just put it on SBMC by itself, and leave it there, and then you can still use builds from another fork. If you want to put builds on 18, go ahead, but leave your Gaia pure, just running the way I showed it, and you should have really little problems at all. Guys, you can also just install Telegram on your phone, go in and search. There's a search option. Search Supreme Builds. You will find us. It's not a private group. Anyone can join. So you can also do that if you're having trouble with the link idea. So it's that time. Try just searching in there. Search Supreme Builds, and you should find it. GoPro's asking, did I show how to make Gaia search faster? How fast do you want it, Dunny? Because it showed your movie links in 45 seconds and TV shows in 60. Do you need it faster than my initial setup? Because if you do, you're just giving yourself less links. If you want to know how to change that, though, I have a whole video on it. But I will briefly show you real quick. The only way to change the speed at which Gaia searches, there's two ways really, but one is to make the providers have a lower timeout in the settings, and the other is to change your actual providers to lower them. All right, so you would have to go down to the tools and click on it, and from there you go to settings. And at this point, you're going to be choosing advanced, not the wizard, because you've already done the wizard. And you're going to go to scraping. Provider timeout is at 90 seconds. You can lower this if you want to whatever you like. 60, 45. All right, that's one option. You can also go to the providers, okay? And you can go down here until you get to torrent providers, and you can turn some of these off or turn more on. The more you turn on, the longer it's going to take. The more you turn off, the shorter it's going to take. When you are done changing these things, you always need to go over to the side and press OK. Otherwise, it will not save. Those are your only two choices to change the time frame. That's it. All right. And then whenever you leave, go over to power, click on quit, and exit properly. Saves everything. Back to the solo real fast. What else do we have here on questions? Does Send Anywhere APK work on your Shield? I don't know. I don't use Send Anywhere. I will try it in another video and let you know. No, Sandy. The logo is the same like the icon in the Facebook group on the top. It's kind of blue, and it's a blue logo. What is an app I use a lot on the Shield that's not an APK or movie app? I use games on my living room Shield. I use tons of APKs for movies and shows. I don't really use too many things that are not. I use a browser, which is the Puffin one, just because it's easy to navigate. And what else? I don't know. He's saying I searched Supreme Builds in TG. I mean, I don't run Telegram, guys. It's really... I will check that out for you real quick. But if you go in Telegram, you should have a little search right here in the top corner. You click search, and you do search Supreme Builds Chat. Supreme space build space chat. And I don't know how well you can see this, but it's a little blue icon that looks like that. I just searched SU, it shows up. So it's called Supreme Builds Chat, and it should show up right there. Shine, I did put the outdoor camera in. I'll have to get the doorbell. I'm still working on that. Juggernaut says the current version of Send Anywhere does not work on Shield. You can get the version in his file linked account that does work on the Shield. Milton's asking about Lime torrent links have a download page when I play links. Those are fake links, Milton. Don't use them. So if it's Lime torrents, go into the settings like I just showed you and turn off Lime torrents as a provider if they're the only ones that are giving you that. But whenever you see a link that's just not the movie or the show, stop it, go back, choose another link. Did I show how to install Chrome? I did not, Carl. Like the Chrome app, like browser? I didn't do that. I just used Puffin. But I did have Chrome in the wizard. You could have gotten it from the wizard initially. If you want to install anything from the wizard, I have not updated it in a long time. But the last thing I guess I can show you guys real quick is in your SBMC, if you want, okay, I'll show you how to add another add-on. I'm not going to show you, I'm just going to show you how to add the Supreme Builds wizard, honestly. So if you go, once you have this set up, you can go to add-ons, all right, nope, System File Manager, underneath System, click on it, and you just need to know the source. So you're going to add source, click on where it says none, and we're going to do https://repo.supremebuilds.com, and we'll say done. And then I'm going to name it, and I'm going to name it Supreme space builds. Done. And I'll say OK. Went in, no problem. Now from there, you're going to go to add-ons underneath system, and you're going to choose install from zip file. Find what you just named it, Supreme Builds. You will see the repository, that's Supreme Builds right here. It will tell you Supreme Builds repository installed. Install from repository, Supreme Builds repository, program add-ons, Supreme Builds wizard, install. Done. All set. You will dismiss this. You can tell this, there's no reason because this is not a build that's going to update. But if you want to, you can have it clear your clear packages and thumbnails. That's fine. You can leave that on. If you want to, you can tell it to keep your track, keep your reel to brid. What else? If you want to keep your own favorites that you create, super favorites if you add it in, whatever you like. But it doesn't really matter because it's not a build. All right, I'm going to say continue. And we're going to ignore the build menu because we already have a build. And that's it. But it did clear some cache and some packages and freed up a little space. And now, somebody was asking, how do I see my favorites? A long time ago when I first did this video, it was how to see favorites on here. People were saying, I can't find favorites. And that's true. When you go down here, you don't see favorites. But if I go into System, Skin, set up the Aeon Nox main menu, and somebody might have to help me out with this because I don't remember. Yeah, there we go. So you hold your button in and you can add a new one, okay? And set a label for this. You're going to choose an item for the menu. You just hold your button in on your remote until it's, then click add. Choose an item for the menu. Favorite. Huh. Or maybe it's not favorite, because that you would already have to have a favorite, maybe? That's weird. So let's go common. Usually you can find it here. There you go, favorites. Common favorites. Boom. And now the label is favorites. And you can set a widget for it. Okay. Widget style, panel, select widget. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to go down to favorites. I don't have any though. So let's try, can I get to common again? No, apparently I can't. It should be, you probably have to have something here and then it would let you. Alright, I'm going to choose none for right now and add something to my favorites. And then we'll see. So, but I'm going to go back and now favorites is going to be there. Okay. There's favorites. Okay. If I hit the plus, it shows me favorites, but I don't have anything. So let me go into Gaia. Okay. And let me add something to my favorites. So I'll go to shows, lists, highest rated, Game of Thrones. I'm going to hold it down, add to favorites. Alright. Breaking Bad. Hold it down, add to favorites. The Wire. Hold it down, add to favorites. Let's just do that. And then now, when I go back home, my favorites. Whoops, I went right into it. So, I should be able to get a widget now for that. Okay. So, let's go back to System. Skin. Set up the Aeon Nox main menu. And the first thing I want to do actually is move favorites. Move down. This is kind of annoying because you have to like do this repeatedly. But at least it takes you back to move down. I want to put it right after Gaia. So that I can view Gaia and view favorites. Right? So select widget 1. Select widget. I should now be able to use favorites. I still can't. That's weird. Alright. I don't know why. Mixed media? No, I don't want that. There's got to be a way to do this. Playlists? Nope. This is all a skin thing. Like... Nope. I don't really use this skin that much, but you can at least click to get your favorites. I don't know why it doesn't want to let you... Let's try custom widget. I would have to name it, but I don't think it would allow me to choose where it goes. Yeah. I would probably have to put in super favorites for this and then do it that way. But what about my video library? Playlists? No, that's not it. Done. It's weird that it doesn't let me choose it. I don't know why. But I bet you I could do this. Add-on, since Gaia is the only add-on in here. Oh, I hit video add-on, sorry. So select widget. Custom item. Add-on sources video? No, that's not what I want. Alright, hold on. I can do it this way at least. Add-on. Video add-on. Gaia. If Gaia is your only one, right? Then you can go to... You should be able to see... I did shows, right? Because you can do 2 widgets. So shows. favorites. And, no, that's going to take me tracked IMDb calendar history. It's interesting. I don't know why I can't get a widget, but you can get to it anyway without a widget, for sure. Lists. No. Because that's the system favorites. Alright, so never mind. Select a widget. None. We at least got this far. Your favorites are here, and you can just go over and click them, and then they're all there. It's not allowing you to make a widget to favorites though. So, but you'll have everything here, and the list will just go. So that works anyway. It would have been nice to get a widget. Maybe next time. I'll keep trying to figure that one out. Quit. Alright guys. What else? Unable to connect to TV networks. That's just probably a problem with the TV network section. They might have to redo that, Katie. I agree, Shine. All the apps coming out and each one is paid. It's still a bit cheaper than cable in general, but not enough. Alright guys, still asking for how do you sign up for Easy TV. We went through that a few times. You got to get in the Telegram group, install Telegram on your phone, make an account, search for Supreme Builds chat. Alright, it has a little blue icon like that one right there. You can also click the link on the page on the home page of YouTube, this channel, or in many of the videos. It's in the description below the video. Alright, I am gonna get out of here because I didn't see all that many questions. Shine, I got you. I will continue adding. I just do that over time. But the outdoor camera 2-pack is in there. There's no 1-pack for some reason. The outdoor camera is a 2-pack. But it's in. I was updating GoPro. I was updating the home security, and I put home security and automation so I could add in Google Home devices to there, stuff that works together. So that's going to continue getting updated in the Amazon store. And guys, if you don't have a Shield and you want to buy a Shield, please buy it from the link below in this video. It will help me out. Or go to my Amazon store, which is also linked below this video, and buy it through the Amazon store that I have. It's the Supreme Tech Media Amazon store. The links are all right below. So I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. It's been almost 3 hours. So remember, the first 45 minutes is not going to be there for a while until YouTube finishes processing it and probably demonetizing it, because that's what they do to me. And I appreciate it. Stay supreme, guys. All you guys that super chatted, I really do appreciate that as well. It helps out a lot because of all this demonetization. Also, guys, you can join the channel, okay, if you're not a member. That's a monthly thing. I'm going to start doing some stuff. I've been trying to do it. They make it a little weird. I think I'm going to let the videos play for everyone. I was trying to figure out how to make the video only for members, but that's harder. But what I did find is a way to make only members able to type in the chat during the live session. So everyone can watch it, but only members will be able to chat. I'll do that once a month, so that way you guys that do help me out a little bit with the membership every month can have a less crowded chat room, ask your questions. Everyone else can still watch it and can still benefit from the members asking questions. They'll be able to see it. They just won't be able to chat once a month in those things. I think that's the most fair way to do it, because I don't want to take away information from the rest of you guys that aren't members of the channel, but I'll let the members have their own chat room once a month. So I think that's probably the best way to do it. And I think I'll probably do that on the last Saturday of every month, starting this month. So the last Saturday in July, when I come on and I do the show, members only will be able to chat, as long as the YouTube setting works right. So we'll try it this last Saturday, and hopefully that goes on. So I appreciate Anything you guys do, I appreciate you guys watching. Hit the thumbs up, you know, subscribe, join, super chats, any of that stuff, greatly appreciated. You guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the day. I will talk to you soon. Stay supreme. Go set up those shields. If you don't have one, order one. They're the best. Talk to you guys later. Peace. Ruben, thanks for the super chat too. I just saw it. Appreciate it, my man. I'm out.